What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm running a little late, but that is expected when you are a woman such as myself, and you have a husband, and you have children, and you have a church, and you have an international ministry, and you got to be on the flight, and you got to write a book, and your publicist call you in the morning, and God is speaking to you. It's a whole lot of stuff going on, but we are in the land of the living. It's about 7:40, and so I am going to be the first to say before you even bring it to my attention, I am late, and please forgive me. God bless you all, everyone under the sound of my voice. I am your pastor, your girl, Pastor Jameliah Gooden. That's right, and my husband is the world-renowned, amazing Apostle Fred D. Gooden III. You know, I want to say to him, baby, thank you, because even though a lot of people don't understand our story, they see just a snippet, but they really don't understand that I thank God because for the first time in my life, I have a force behind me. So Apostle Fred D. Gooden III, again, thank you for being my rock. I want to say to our assistant pastor, Delivery Michelle, that is not just the assistant pastor, but she's one of the pastors, one of the campus pastors for where we are going. I thank God for you. I want to say to each and every one of you, yesterday I thank God for the team that came out and they helped us. Tamika came out, Monique came out, it's my DJ K, he came out. I thank God for Corey and Terry, they came out. Twinette came out, James came out. I thank God for everyone who came out and put their hands on us doing what we have to do. My husband, I thank God for him. I thank God for Michelle. I thank God for the team. We gave away chairs. I do not believe in pay, saying come and pay for stuff, where God says, no, if you sow those chairs, I'll give you 1,000 more. And so I thank God because that was done yesterday. We have cleaned out our children's church because Unity Church is going to a different direction. We're going to change Unity Church Charlotte's name to Unity Charlotte International, because there are people all over the world. I spoke to someone yesterday, and they were from Norway. And so I want to say we're seen all over the world. And so I thank God for you. Your click, your tag, your share shows this dying world that God, indeed, he still cares. I want to put on some glasses because I want to see some of you. My husband just went up the timeline. Hey, Booga Booga, Apostle Fred D. Gooden III, I thank God for you. Someone said you're rocking the purple. Thank you. This is considered a play. Listen, Monica Carson, God bless you. How are you? I want to say this to you. Down below, I put up a post about domestic violence, and people threw me under the bus. Mother Adele, bless you. Wanda 24 Carry Black, what's up? People threw me under the bus, and I'm going to say this. A lot of people woke up and they were blocked. I am going to start a black block party in 2020, ending 2020 into 2021. Some of you are going to come on here and you're going to find yourself blocked. Don't be shocked. You did it to yourself. Why am I saying this, Missy Mitchell? I'm saying this because I put up a post that, I'm tired of hearing people cry about domestic violence and the only thing they want to do is stay in it. And so understand, I am a victim of domestic violence. I grew up in it. And even me growing up with a mother who was beaten, bludgeoned, blood, stitches, teeth, we would just be in our room shivering, and we were just like, my gosh, when is it going to stop? We couldn't even sleep. Hey, Michelle, we couldn't even sleep because of the violence. And what I said, is Eddie okay, Michelle? And what I said was, don't dump on us if you don't have any intentions on leaving. And one girl was like, what kind of pastor are you? You should have said it a little bit nicer. These are people that want to attack me because they see me as being perfect. As a leader, you're not supposed to say that. You could have said, block, I don't have time for you. Someone said, come on with the block party. Block party minister. Hey, Ken, how you doing? What's up, Timothy? How's Brittany doing? And so what I said was, you know what? I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm just going to block them because they're looking for an opportunity or window to attack me when they don't even understand. One girl said, well, you are as a pastor, you should have said it nicer. You should have sent her to clinical help. What do you do when you're counseling someone? You're talking to them. They're underneath the psychologist's care. They're on all type of medication. And they turn around and says, I don't want to leave him because he got good D. I'm going to give you a moment to think about that. I don't want to leave him. He beat me up. I'm running down the street naked. And I don't want to leave him because the dang is good. What kind of buffoonery is that? You wasted my time. And so because you wasted my time, my ears are for those that really want to get free. My ears are for those that really need prayer. My ears are for those who really want a word. Yes, I understand fear. I get it all. But this woman said the D is good. It's worth a beating. And so I put up that comment because I speak to people all over the world. And people threw me under the bus. And so since you wants to do that, someone said, yes, I love a good block party. Since you wants to do that, you find yourself blocked because you don't even know the half. So I'm just getting a little bit, someone said, oh my gosh, are you serious? Yup. Y'all be surprised what I hear. You got people, and if I have a speck on my teeth, what kind of pastor? They attack you because this is social media. That's why I refuse to be a public figure, because I like rights when I go in people's inbox and say, who you talking to? You ain't talking to me. What? Your people say, wow, yeah, people don't know. They don't know. But and it really be women. Women, I'm telling you, women are some jealous little cooners. Man, them cooters, them jealous cooters, they just be jealous. They just be like, I'm just waiting for an opportunity to say something to her. I just thought, what kind of past is she? Why was she? What's up, Trudy? Why in the world? Come on now. I ain't got time for that. So I'm just going to be blocking people. When you come on here with these shenanigans, this is the place of unity, of liberty, love, and laughter. This is the place where the anointing falls. The grounds are fertile because everybody are in the spirit of oneness. That's right. It ain't worth it. And so you going to tell me that I can't let him go because the D too good? Are you serious? Okay, you got what? Well, why would you say that? You could have said it a little bit better. Oh, I'm surprised she said it like that. I said it and I said it in the great words of Nene Leakes. I said it and I said it. I meant it and I meant it. So stop wasting people's time. I understand people who are scared and they can't. Fear got them there. But D? Come on now. I ain't got no time. Anybody got time for that? Anybody got time for that? Anybody got time? Anybody got time? Anybody got time? Fred, I sound good. It said make a jump for noise. Okay, this beat right here. That beat was for all of you who are under the sound of my voice and you have made it. Tamika, again, thank you so much for yesterday. Someone said, people laughing. It's true. Y'all know what I hear. And you know that. What kind of pastor you? Why would you say something like that? Why would you don't even know her story. And why, girl, I done sat with this woman and she done called me several times. You mean to tell me what? If y'all knew, don't just be like, God, I'm praying. Pastor, I'm a woman of great character. Federica, what's up, girl? I'm a woman of great character. I'm very careful how I deal with people. All right, let's go to the word of God. Listen, how y'all doing? Is everybody good? We go into the word of God. We go into the book of Job. Can we do that? Can you get your coffee, teas, and have a watch party at 7:30? My husband is coming out with something. It's going to blow y'all's mind. That Negro got bars. He got bars. I got bars too. But Fred don't want to compete with me where that, the lyrics is concerned. But y'all about to get ready to get something. Someone said, I love the spirit of the block. Hey, thank you. Listen, let's go to the word of God. Let's go to Job. Can we do that? 2,200 people who are under the sound of my voice. We're going to the book of Job. Are y'all ready? All right, here we go. Someone said, saying, hey, Sister Joyna, how's that beautiful ring you just got? Regina, how you doing? How's the little baby? Hey, Mother Adele, look at my mother said, ain't nobody got time for that foolishness. Let me tell you something. And my mother-in-law got my back, right, Ma? Hey, Jill Murray, I love you too. Let's go. Someone said she's a real pastor. I am. Somebody said, I don't even think she's a real pastor. Apparently, they ain't never come to Unity Church. Hey, what's going on, Corey? Let's go, Job 8. Get your coffee, teas, and me. Michelle's going to put up those dates. I'm coming to Monroe, Louisiana, January 16. Michelle will put those dates up. If you haven't registered for She Favor, you need to hurry up and do so because we are going to lock the doors after a certain amount of people. All right, here we go. Job 8, I want to speak to you about your friends. What about your friends? Are they going to help? So I want to speak to you about something because we've got to go just a little bit deeper. February 20, I will be in Brooklyn because I got to bring something to your attention. As I was sitting back and I was trying to get my thought process together and conversing with my amazing husband. People say, I'm so tired of her talking about her amazing husband. Well, Lord bless you with one. You know what I feel, but maybe not. Amen. And so what I was doing is I was conversing with Fred, but the Lord was speaking to me simultaneously because we all have been here. Shanice Bean, what's going on, my beautiful makeup artist. And so God said to speak to you concerning what you're going through because most people don't understand that God has got you somewhere. Now, I'm going to say this because I want you to think about the Job because Job, everybody is having a Job experience. We are. Why y'all laughing? I ain't saying nothing funny. Everyone who's under the sound of my voice, I've got 2,300 people. Hopefully, some of you are having a watch party. I need to ask you, are you having your own personal Job experience? Because I know that I'm living here. And if you breathe, and we are all in here together. This pandemic got us all in a Job-like situation. So here we go. I want to speak to you about his friends. He had 3 good friends. He had one friend named Eliphaz, one friend named Zophar, and one friend named Bildad. 3 good friends. Michelle, keep that prophetic number 3 and connect it to the 7. And here we go, 37. And so what happened is these 3 good friends were with him when he was going through the hardest time of his life. So you have Eliphaz, Zophar, and Bildad. These 3 friends are watching another friend suffer. Who is your friend? Is it your mother? Who is your friend? Is it your dad? Who is your friend? It could be your children. Or is that good girlfriend? The one that don't care what happened. Just tell me what happened. We behind bars. Because I went to that Negro's house for you. What are your friends like during the worst seasons of your life? Well, if you'd allow me to have a couple of moments of your time, I want to talk to you about one specific friend. Someone said, I love your sense of humor. Thank you. That's one of the gifts of the Spirit. How long will you say such things, Job? So now he's conversing with Job. Hey, how are you, Kathy Horn? He's conversing with Job. He said, now how long are you going to say such things? So remember, Job was at the brink of death. Job was at this point in time where he was about to lose his mind. Watch this. Job was even contemplating taking his life. He had got to the point of depression where he said, listen, curse the day that my mother conceived me. He's at this place. How many of you who are under the sound of my voice? Renee Rice, where's Amanda, your friend? Tag a friend. Happy birthday to your dad, Miss Clark, Miss Chalk. So he's at the point where he's looking at his friends and he's like, I can't take this another moment. See, understand, my husband is my best friend. But he understands that connected to me are really good friends like Michelle and Eddie and Tarikas and, you know. And so he's looking and he's saying, I'm sorry you're going through this, friend. He's looking and he's saying, I wish I could help you. He's looking at his friend and he's saying, what I have, you have. But we're in this together. He's looking at his friend saying, oh, you don't mean that. He's looking at his friend saying, I wish I had answers to help you. Watch this. He said, but I want you to watch your words. He said, your words are blustering wind. What he's saying is, you're saying, I cursed the day that I was born. He said, what you don't understand, Job, is life and death lies in the power of your tongue. What he's saying is, I know you're going through something, but hold on and watch your tongue. I'm going to say this to 2,600 people. I know we're going through something, but mind your words and watch what you say. Life is in your mouth. God, listen, I want to ask you a question, Job, with all that you're going through. 2,700 people. Does God pervert justice? He's saying, do you not remember that our God is fair? What he's saying is, you might not understand it, honey, but God is doing something. Watch this. What he's saying is, you might not understand the plan of God, but trust his hand and reach out to him. He said, when your children sinned, he said, remember, you prayed for them. You even sowed seeds in their name. You gave an offering. But if I gave an offering, why are they so bad? But if I gave an offering, Beverly, why are they cursing me? If I did all these things, why did I lose my child? See, he doesn't understand, Job, but he's here. He's saying, when your children sin against you, he said, he gave over to the penalty of their sins. Watch this. Meaning this. This is going to hurt, but I'm going to help you. Sometimes your children do things unbeknownst to you. Sometimes your children, I don't care how much you train up a child in a way that they should go. Sometimes the greatest heartbreak is from that of your own flesh and blood called children. Sometimes a man can break your life. Sometimes a woman can hurt your life. But when a child hurts you, sometimes your child, unfortunately, will get themselves in a situation that you try to get them out of. God, I want you to understand there was nothing you could do after the age of 18. They have to make their own choices. Watch this. But if you will seek God earnestly and peace with the Almighty, he said, despite what they did, if you, someone said, talk to me, Pastor Jacqueline Solomon, I got you. Despite what they did, despite whatever it is going on in your mind because of what they did, he said, Job, they did something that you ain't got nothing to do with, possibly. He said they got their own self incarcerated. They got addicted to drugs. You did your part. They decided to go against the grain of life that you taught. He said, what I want you to do is remember that you need the God of peace that can give you peace. He said, if you are pure and upright, watch this, even now, if you're pure and upright, even now going through what you're going through, if you are pure and upright, despite what your kids are doing, despite you losing your job, despite you not knowing what to do, despite you not having enough, if you remain who God said you were from the foundation of the earth, even now, you're going to rise again. It says, he will rise himself upon you on your behalf, Job. He's reminding Job. And what he's going to do, Job, he said he's going to restore you. Not only is he going to restore you, he's going to restore your prosperous state. Your beginning will seem humble. Your prosperous or prosperity, it's going to find you in your future. So he's saying, I need to remind you something. Someone said, I'm tired. My best son. Okay, listen to me, Miss Washington. T. Washington, listen to me. I need you to pay attention. Click, tag, and share. It's going to get good. He said, your beginning will seem humble. That means don't despise your humble beginnings. Remember, people tell you that. He says, so prosperous will find you in your future. He's saying that no matter what happened back there, he said, let me remind you what's getting ready to happen here. And so that's why Kirk Franklin always talks about the rearview mirror. He says, because what's behind you is what's behind you. We've got to press towards the mark that's set before us. So I've got to remind you. If you allow me for a period of time to tell you, we want the favor, but we don't want the fight. I've got to say this again. Have a watch party. I'm going deeper. We want the favor, but we don't want the fight. I've got to say this, ATL Georgia, because Bildad was one of Job's 3 friends. I said that. Bildad understood that God said that this man, Job, was an upright man. He skewed or he shunned from evil. He didn't get caught up on naysayers. He didn't get caught up on connecting himself to people who did not understand that he was a giver. He did not get connected to people that understood that this specific individual has found favor with God. Most of you under the sound of my voice, Felicia Ivy, you want God to intervene concerning your life right now. But suppose I told you it's easy to accept the favor of God. In fact, it falls on this ministry. The grounds happen to be tilled with it. But you don't understand the fight that I have as a pastor to keep it. Hold on, wait a minute. You are in this equation as I speak. You want the favor of God. In fact, most of you got it. But you don't want to go through the fight. My husband, he's an amazing man. He said to me, everybody likes the story of Job, but nobody wants to walk in his shoes. Watch this. In fact, God took them. It blew my mind, Mother Adele, as I was studying this morning for a smidget, listening to the comments of folks throwing me under the bus. I even said to Fran, I ain't going in that car today. No. I said it, Michelle. I said it. I said, I ain't going in that car today. Some of them folks is making me ill. God said, wait, what you doing, honey? Have a block party and work on your blessing. So that's what we're doing today. We had the block party. Now let's walk in the blessing. Most of you under the sound of my voice, you want something, but you ain't willing to walk in the shoes of your friend. But you are jealous of them. Let me say it again. Most of you want what your friends got, but you couldn't walk in their Jesus stilettos if they put them on your feet. Wait, hold on. His friend Bildad, he began to look at him and say, let me remind you of something. I've got to say it because the folks in the back don't want to hear me. Let me say it again. I've got to say, okay, y'all go cry, but cry with faith. Someone said, you got that right. Go through the fight. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl, Andrea. Most of you don't understand that you got good friends around you. Some of them, they happen to be jealous of you. Some of them want to be you. Some of them say, hold on, when you're going through, I got your back. Thank you, Cher. Oh, God, thank you, Fred. Y'all don't understand that these three friends, but Bildad stood up and said, let me remind you of something. He said, let me remind you of something, that the favor of God is on your life. Wait a minute, Keisha. The favor of God falls in your life because you're still here. Job understood. He was at the place where he was about to give up. He was at the place where so many things were attacked. Now, have a watch party. Let me go deeper. 3,000 folks under the sound of my voice. God blew my mind when he began to tell me this, Golda. He began to bring it to the attention that all of us now are having a Job experience. Hear me. Job had his health attack. COVID did that for a lot of us. Job's family came against him. Most of you have that story. Oh, the financial part of us. Most of us have lost their job. But the spirit of Job happened to get to the place of brokenness. But you don't understand. His friends, oh God, they were the ones that helped him when the wife said, oh God, curse God and die. Watch this. See, it is very careful for you to get connected to people called spouses where they don't work like the it's very imperative that when you're having your Job experience, Fred, that you get connected to spouses that can take the formation of Bildad. Some of you, oh, happy birthday, Mother Laura Jackson. I know you guys are still celebrating. Watch this. Most of you have to understand that when you are connected to somebody called a spouse in your house, that they have to take the format of Bildad. It's a hard thing when you're having a Job experience and you got a complaining spouse. It's hard for you to have a spouse in your house that says, well, we gonna eat. Well, I guess we ain't gonna eat. It's hard to have a spouse in your house that does not understand the mandate on your life. A spouse in your house can help you build, but a bad one to help you break it down. God, you don't understand that God said the spirit of Bildad shall fall where he becomes the encourager. David even had to encourage himself. Watch this. The Bible said that Bildad said, I got a level of faith. Someone said, you better preach. Bildad understood. He said, I got a level of faith. He said, I got a level of faith that you need right now. Watch this, Nicole. He said, I got a level of faith that you need right now. God, I'm going to go a little bit deeper. The Bible said that Bildad, he not just reminded him of the goodness of God. He reminded Job while you're here. He reminded Tamika Long that Job, God said that you was an upright man, that you didn't get connected to the haters when the haters were trying to kill you. Mother Roberta, watch me. God said, now watch this. When they talked about you, God, I understood that you're hurting right now, Job. But let me remind you that God said that this was a test that you could handle. As I was getting myself together, Fred, the Holy Spirit began to deal with me. He said, I put Job in that situation. Understand, I've got to say this for those in the back. Turn it up. Have a watch party. Suppose I told you that God put you in that situation because he reminded the enemy that, you know what, I got somebody. I can put them through the test. Y'all don't understand the words that are coming out my mouth, Shane. God said I can put them through the test because I understand they have the ability to pass it because I knew from the foundation of the earth who they were. But I knew this was going to happen. So what I've got to do, I've got to set it up, not to break them down, but to give them greater than what they had before. But See, the but is the conjunction word. If I could say that, Fred is good at English and he's in the house, but watch this. If I could say that word, it's a conjunctive word that changes a sentence. It simply means I'm going through this, but I ain't got no job, but God said, hold on, I've got you here to give you greater. But what? But you got to go through the fight. You've got to go through the fight. Hold on. See, we don't 3,000 folks under the sound of my voice. We want the favor of God. But nah, that's okay, player. I don't want to go through that. Suppose God said, I got you here to give you double. Wait a minute. See, you've got to understand. That's why I told y'all yesterday, the Holy Spirit prepared me for the news I got later. Patience produces something that God needs you to have while he bypasses the system of man. God, listen, you don't understand. God said, I'm going to need you to have patience, Job, because I got to bypass the system for kingdom's sake. And most of you ain't got patience. That's why you ain't got no fight. Yeah, God, you really going to do this to me, God? All right, let's do it. Because I'm encouraging myself, Fred. You don't understand that God blew my mind. He said, folks want the favor, but they don't want the fight. See, Job understood it. He did not curse God. He said, I cursed the day that I was born. Hold on now. Wait a minute. See, you got to be careful when you're going through the fight. Really, God, for real? All right. God said to tell you, you've got to be careful when you're going through the fight, that you don't attack the favor of God. It means this. God blew my mind just now. He gave me revelation knowledge. Most prophets think that they are, but they're not, because they ain't got the knowledge of God. He said, you cannot go through a fight and attack the favor of God. It blew my mind, and I said, now, God, hold on. He said, folks don't understand. Favor is working, but they so distracted by the fight, they overlook the favor of God's work. Y'all don't understand that God said, favor is working in the middle of your fight. God, listen to me, Ashley Dallas. His friend Bill Dock said, hold on now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He said, don't get stupid in the middle of your fight. Don't give up, but hold on. God is working. He even had faith. Watch this. He said, now what I want you to do, see, watch this. It's imperative that you got folks around you that can not just fight for you, but they can tap into the faith that you're about to lose. Watch this. You're about to lose your faith in this fight. But God said, hold on. Favor is operating. Watch this. The Bible said that Bildad, he came to him and he said this. He said, now what I want you to do, I want you to not just remind yourself who God is, but remind yourself that maybe your kids did something. He said, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to remind you of God's promise. He said, now Job, listen to me now. Wake up now. 3,000 folks under the sound of my voice having a watch party. Watch me. God said to me, now Bildad, he said, now what I want you to do, Job, he said, I want you to search yourself. He said, now did you do anything wrong? Yeah. See, it's very imperative, Cheryl Walker, that you ain't got no hateful, jealous friends that says, well, you know what? See, there is a difference in Bildad's vernacular. He said, now I need you to search yourself. Read the scripture. He said, now I want you to think now, did you do anything wrong? He said, because if you did, watch this. He said, go to God and ask him, please forgive me. Watch this. And God will restore it all. Which means this. He had to operate in faith that Job forgot because of his situation. He reminded him about the sovereignty grace of God, that God's grace is sufficient, that no matter what you did, that God's salvation can help you get to a place of restoration. God's salvation is kingdom restoration. Michelle, now 37, the portals is open. Y'all don't understand. God spoke to me, Mother Adair. He said, folks don't get it because the favor of God is falling in their fight. If you are under the sound of my voice and you just took a breath, whether you got a mask or not, the favor of God doesn't fail because it means you're still here. Oh God, I thank you for your breath. If you are breathing, you had the ability to walk in the favor of God. His grace is sufficient. situation, Job. Now, you're still breathing. You got boils. You still breathe. I know your kids ain't here. Yeah, I'm with you through in the grieving process. Hold on. Oh, Job, you lost it all. But if you, now here we go. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, seek my face, then Job had an if and then experience. Well, what's wrong with y'all? And Job understood this. He understood. He said, now, okay, you're right. Now watch this. Let me go a little bit deeper. The Bible said that when Job, watch this, prayed for his friends, he restored him to the full capacity. That's why I say, I see for my friends, the good ones, not the ones that's jealous of you, because they understood that I'm going to hold you up through this. I'm going to remind you of the sovereignty of God. Watch this. God said to me, Michelle, I hope you did it. That portal is open. Hear me. You don't understand that God said in this, favor is going to fall if they receive my fight. Y'all don't get it. We want the favor of God. Nah, I'm good. But you don't want the fight. The fight is you might lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. You might lose your job, but will you trust God? You might lose a building, but will you trust God? You might lose a home, but will you trust God? Your faith may be in, but will you trust God? Oh God, will you trust God? When your kids walk out, will you trust God? When somebody break your heart, will you trust God? When your finances are strange, will you trust God? When your family ain't about it no more, will you trust God? When your health is not the best, will you trust God? Will you trust God? Because God said, suppose I put you in it to see if you will. 3,100 people under the sound of my prophetic voice. God said, favor falling in your fight. God blew my mind. He said, favor is working. But we are so distracted by the fight until we overlook the favor. The favor of God says, it ain't as bad as it could have been. The favor of God says, I may not be the person that I used to be, but you better be glad I ain't the person that I was. The favor of God says, I may not got this situation, but I ain't got that situation. And even those that are in a worse situation than you, God said favor is falling. He said, because if you understand that, lo, I am with you in the fight. God spoke to me, Arthur Chiosha. He said, how do people understand the favor of God unless I put them in a fight to show them I'm with them? See, because when you were supposed to be, God's favor says you're not. See, folks better be glad that I ain't the chick I used to be. They don't, y'all don't understand. Okay, let me just help you for a minute. Let me just help y'all for just a spell. Let me just bring it on home real quick, because folks don't understand. They think that I'm crazy. My husband tell you I ain't crazy at all. I hear God. So if you gonna call me crazy, because I definitely hear God. Let me help you about something. See, you got your deliverance and I got mine. And even though you don't like me, you ain't got to like me as long as Jesus love me. What you don't understand is, it ain't got nothing to do with Fort Greene, Clinton Hill. It ain't got nothing to do with that. My husband, God gave me the right husband, because my husband is just a straight Negro. He just thugged out, grills and all. So God gave me a husband after my own heart. But I thank God because he's my calming agent, because y'all better be glad I ain't the person I used to be. Fighting was my friend. I used to fight on a regular basis. I used to fight from sun up. Don't let this glamour fool you. Fight from sun up to sundown, from sundown to sun up. If you got tired of fighting, I'll come over your house and I fight for you. You ain't even have to know the person. Yeah. See, but when I was fighting, I got shot. Favor was falling. Wait, hold on. What you mean? When I was fighting, favor fall. I remember when I punched this girl in the laundromat, because she was just trying to be slick. She was of the other persuasion, and she kind of, she got rowdy, and I just was like, cat, that's what I did. And she's like, I'm gonna call the police. I said, you ain't gonna call the police. I'm leaving. You take my life. I used to get arrested so much. Go take down my license plate. The way it worked, they're gonna run my plates and come to my house. My mother-in-law said, yep, daughter, you got the right husband. And so I remember in Hillsborough, New Jersey, just cat, They rung my bell, bing, bing, when you down at the laundromat. Yup, I was. Did you just smack that young lady? Yeah, I sure did. Do you know it's surveillance cameras in there? Yeah, I know. Police officers stood there. And the brother just laughed. He said, just don't go back there. I ain't gonna arrest you. See, favor was falling when I was acting stupid. And I got shot. 3,300 people under the sound of my voice. Y'all better be glad I ain't the person I used to be. Y'all don't understand. Okay, they laughing at me, Fred, Mother Adele, Laura Renee, Sabrina, Marty. They're laughing at me. See, if the favor done fell when you were supposed to lose your mind up in here. See, y'all don't understand. You got your deliverance, I got mine. But don't push me because Peter is always present. Someone said, I love you. June Murray, I love you too. See, y'all want the favor of God, but you don't want the fight. The favor of God keeping you from fighting. The favor of God keeping you from going to that chick house, ringing the bell, snatching your husband out of here. The favor of God is, some of you brothers better thank God that God is real, because the favor of God. Someone said, yes, God, it hurts to have your own sister doing things the way she does. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to say it again for you, Melissa. I'm not going to say your last name, but I'm going to say it for you. The favor of God to keep you from snatching your Adam's apple out your husband. The favor of God to keep you from going to your sister's house saying, I know you jealous of me. When you going to say it so we can be good friends? The favor of God to keep you. You don't want to be kept. The favor of God to keep you from having your own personal DMX experience, period. The favor of God. Someone said, wow. Someone said, walk through it, MJ. God spoke to me. He said, so many people are overlooking the favor of God because they're too distracted by the fight. And I'm fighting to survive, and I'm fighting to live, and I'm fighting to breathe. All my life, I had to fight. I had to fight my daddy. No, literally, I did. I had to fight my daddy. I had to fight my uncles. I had to fight my brother. You having a don't do it, Miss Seeley type of moment where you just don't do it, Miss Seeley. And she would build that. He was good. He was Sophie. He was saying, listen to me. He was saying, don't do it, Miss Celia. He said, Joe, please, don't do it. Mind your words. Let me help you with something. You need to turn somebody and say, don't do it. The favor of God is working. And it will keep you when you want to fight. See, it kills me, Milsha Red Smith. I love you too. We are so connected to what God says. Hold on. I will fight with you. He said the only thing you have to do is be still and see the salvation of the Lord. See, you don't understand. Salvation is a level of favor that God gives you in a fight. And Bildad said, don't do it, Miss Seeley. Don't do it. 37, Michelle, please, 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 don't forget. He said, don't do it, Miss Seeley. Don't do it. He said, don't do it, Miss Seeley. He said, don't cuss God. He said, because you're so much concentrating on what you lost. Until you're not focusing on what you're about to gain. Oh, we lost a lot in 2020, Mother Adele. But I'm excited about my 2020. It's what Fred and I about to gain it. Oh, God, you don't understand. I know it hurts to lose, but it feels better to gain. And God said, you're about to gain something. Somebody don't like to hear the truth. Leo G said, it's true, it's true. But God said to me, Fred, he said, you want the favor. He said, but you don't want the fight. See, fighting gets you winded. Fighting will get you to the place of, man, let me just get KO'd and call it a day. Fighting, depending on how you fight, it builds strength with every swing. Fighting, what it does, it builds up your stamina because I'm pressing towards a goal. That's why God said the race is not given to the swift, nor to the strong, but to the one that endures into the end.
And Job was enduring. But Bildad was saying, I'm going to make sure you fight to the end, friend. And God said, K.L. Gray, after Job prayed for his friends, after Job prayed for his friend, Marcia, bless you, God blessed him. The Bible said that he gave him back more than he could ever imagine because he prayed for his friends. But he also did it because he did not give up the fight. See, when you give up fight, you give up favor's operation. Because what favor says is, I've got to go beyond what they're striving for to show them that God is with you through it all. God said to wake up and tell you, favor is working. But you are so distracted by all the fighting until you overlook the favor of God. The Bible said, 7 days of mourning, Bildad with his friend Job. He said, we're going to mourn together. See, that's why the Bible said, thank you, Miss Blackwell. He said, mourn for those that mourn. Rejoice with those that rejoice. And most of you too jealous to rejoice. Too jealous to rejoice. Too jealous to rejoice. Give that to one of your friends that's looking at you like, well, I knew she couldn't keep that house anyway. Well, I don't think she deserved it. Well, he don't love her anyway. Well, he ain't gonna do nothing but use it. You know that friend. God said, no. That's not the one. He said, I want you to, that one that triumphs with you, the one that do laps around the church, the one that kills over the door and tear a fire extinguisher off the wall like Terry and Michelle did because they both were so excited for what God is doing in their life. God said, friends are important. They can hurt you or they can heal you. And God said, some friends are going to get in the fight with you. And God said that Bildad was that one friend that reminded him, hold on now, watch your words. I know that God too. I know that God too. And that God can restore everything that you lost. What I need you to do is I need you to search yourself. He didn't say, well, you did something to deserve that. No, that's not where he came from. Just like when Bishop Gilliard taught us, he said, listen, people think that Job's wife came from a place of anger and no, it came from a place of, oh, my poor husband. She said, curse God and die. She didn't say, now verbiage is important. Like you could say, if a woman puts on a dress and she go to her husband and say, husband, you like this dress? He could say, oh, girl, you look good. Or he could say, take that dress off, you look fat. Or he could say, I like that color, but I really don't care for it. See, verbiage is important. One verbiage can get you a smile. Another verbiage can get you punched in the mouth. And so Job's wife came from a place where she was saying, listen to me. She was saying, someone said double restoration. I'm sewing double. So, with Job's wife, she came from a place of saying, oh, baby, I don't want you to go through this anymore. Just get it over with. I see you hurting so much. You ever had people say they're no longer suffering anymore? You ever go to a funeral and be like, man, they're not suffering no more. That's where she came from. She came from that place. She didn't come from a place where, just curse him and die so I can go get the next man. He waiting for you to pass anyway. That's not where she came from. Bildad came from a place where he said, listen, friend, let's just together. We're going to search what we did. Come on now. We're going to do it. He ain't got, you must have did something. I knew you was going to get in trouble anyway. Them jealous people I had to block. Verbiage is important. You must have did something. I told you. I told you. You know, you got that one friend that's always waiting to say, I told you so. Not that, no. I told you. I told you. Now, sometimes I do that in my household. I do. Because as a mother, look, I done told y'all to clean up this room. And so, Bildad came from a place where, friend, I need you to search. Come on. Because once you say you're sorry, Job, you know God gonna give you everything you lost. So let me say 3,200 people on the sound of my voice. Hear me. God gonna give you everything you lost. Let's just do some self-evaluation. I say it like that. You hear me? I saw my ex-friend yesterday laughing and looking at how I got up. Yes, sweetie, I still have my car. That girl said it. She went up the timeline. See, the favor of God fell on her when her friend was saying, I hope she lose her car. Maybe because she ain't had one. But God said, watch this. He said, you want the favor of God? Endure the fight. Favor is in the fight. I love y'all. God bless you. See you tomorrow.